Okay, Tarry.
My suggestion was Marooned. And this is a lovely coming-of-age tale entitled Granny's Jumpers. A young girl named Beryl, feeling disconnected from the world around her, seeks for meaning in life by reconnecting with her grandmother Ethel over their shared love of the colour maroon and their desire to knit maroon patterning. And along the way, they discover secrets they didn't know about Beryl's family, and it's really rather heartwarming, and Beryl comes away with a real sense of worth and meaning in life.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Sounds great. I think I will definitely read that. I read the Sun's review on that. They described that it was well-bound.
It was indeed.
And Dan, your suggestion was?
My suggestion was Armadillo. And the book actually is called Armadillo. This is the story of a young armadillo living in South America, and he dreams of more in life. He wants to travel, and so he goes off one day. He leaves his mother and his father and his 9 brothers and travels off to a mystical, faraway land where I have been weeping like a willow. And he travels all across the land to find the love of his life, sweet Marie, who waits for me there. He travels all across the land, and finally he arrives there in a harrowing tale of sore feet and armadillos.
That sounds brilliant. That really does. It's bizarre, but wonderful, which is why the Daily Star said of it that it looks great on your bookshelf. Okay, we're going to move on to a game called Story Styles now. So, each of the contestants will take on the guise of a well-known author and will tell a story. So, what are your authors going to be? Dan?
I will be speaking in the style of Edward Lear, the nonsense poet.
Tarry?
I'll be speaking in the style of Jane Austen, famous for estrogen trips.
I will be speaking in the style and accent of Alan Bennett.
Fantastic. And Harry?
I'll be speaking in the style of A.A. Milne, who wrote the Winnie the Pooh books.
Oh, fantastic. I can't wait for that. Right. Ben the Radio Zen, what story would you like to hear?
What story?
Yeah.
How about Frankenstein by Mary Shelley? That'll be a nice one.
Can we give Frankenstein a fictional place to be, sort of, so that we're not
so
done
the
for...
sequel, Frankenstein goes to...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Frankenstein goes to Hollywood.
Frankenstein goes to Hollywood. Fantastic. Okay, Dan.
Far away in the mountains of Dell, there is a castle that looks like hell, and there on a bed that lies within is a monster wrapped up in mortality and sin.
This monster's name is Frankenstein, but perhaps monster is not the most accurate description of this creature, as he has a propensity to reflect on the world that views him in a most negative fashion, and he is also in love with the most singular of fashions, and he is searching for his long-lost love, Adelaide.
Okay.
But Adelaide had left many years ago. Frankenstein looked hither and thither to see his dingy little room and decided that a new place would be a nice change of scene. So he went to the local Sidcup bus station and he picked up a ticket from old Beryl, who had had the thyroid problem all those years ago. Beryl's mother had died during the war, but that's a story for another time.
Oh, bother, said Frankenstein. I've forgotten to go to Hollywood. So he packed his honey in his little pack and he set off down the 100-acre wood road. A short while down the road, he met Piglet, who was a zombie piglet.
Okay, we'll go Terry.
Whatever are you doing in this particular part of the wood? Do you not know this is my inner sanctum? Said dear little Piglet. I seek to go to Hollywood to find my long-lost love, Adelaide, said Frankenstein, for it is a truth universally acknowledged that a young monster in possession of good gauze and bandaging must be in want of a love.
And there in the 100-acre wood, he travelled for miles with Piglet he should. They ate lots of honey. They took with them money as they travelled to Hollywood.
Okay. Harry, please.
And as they walked, they thought about all the lovely little flowers that were singing to them, not literally, but metaphorically, waving in the breeze. And then Zombie Piglet turned to Frankenstein and said, "Bleh." And Frankenstein said, "Oh, it must be a Tuesday."
Okay. That was bizarre. Tim, do you want to wrap it up for us?
By one turn or another, they reached Hollywood. They found it a land of shallow passions. Adelaide had become a go-go dancer in a casino on the Vegas Strip. Her thoughts of small-town Sidcup polluted by the bright lights of Hollywood. He looked upon her face. He did not recognise her home, so he took Piglet, sweet dear Zombie Piglet, who had been his companion these past few weeks and months, and they walked off into the sunset, arm in arm, to find a better life with more jam.
Fantastic. What a great story.
Magnificent.
Oh, it was riveting.
Great stuff. I didn't follow that at all. Okay, then. So, I'm giving bonus points to Dan, because it's very impressive to rhyme on the spot like that. Tim gets a bonus point for his accent.
Yeah.
Harry, I was going to give you a bonus point because your first attempt at it was lovely, but then the second one was so weird that I took it away from you again. So, yes. Right, we'll move on to the game you've been sending in your suggestions for. It's called Alternative Endings and Deleted Scenes, or Deleted Chapters even, because it's the Bookworm special.
Oh.
As some of you have forgotten with your suggestions. But, okay.
Surely The Avengers is a book, Michael. Surely.
It's a comic
Graphic
book. Why don't
novels
we
do
start
not
with
count.
that? Why don't we start with deleted scenes or alternative endings to The Avengers?
Why can't the Hulk be good in his own films and books?
Hulk lactose intolerant.
We've got.
That's everything. Great.
That's what you get when you don't go with a literary suggestion, Mike.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
I'm sorry, Ben Radio Zen. Would you like to see deleted scenes or alternative endings to a particular book?
Oh, he's riddled the quiz. He's turned it back on him.
Yeah.
Difficult.
Go on.
How about deleted scenes from the picture of Dorian Gray? Or maybe that's a bit too vague.
Yes.
Come on.
That's great.
Like
yeah.
a challenge.
Yeah.
Why did I keep this in the house? Surely a safe would have been better, or maybe just away from me so it wouldn't end in a sort of ironic... forget it.
Dorian Gray has been tagged in a photo album on Facebook.
The Facebook profile picture of Dorian Gray. Fantastic.
Seeing as my soul is bound up in this painting, think I might just live a normal, happy, and morally good life. That'll keep it good looking.
Great. Any more? No? Okay, we'll go back to the audience suggestions. We'll go for The Shining by Stephen King.
Jonathan's here and he would just like to have a small word with you. On Tuesday, I believe.
Anyone fancy a game of croquet? That's quite an in-joke. You only get that if you've actually read the book.
Cool.
No, the mechanic's coming on Wednesday to sort out the blood elevator problem. It shouldn't... I think it's something to do with the plumbing. I think it's something...
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. I'm going to go use the PlayStation for a bit.
Okay. We'll go now for deleted scenes and alternative endings to Harry Potter. Other than Dan winning his money.
Couldn't we have done this 4 books ago?
Harry, I'm afraid I haven't been truthful with you. This time I will tell you everything. I promise.
You're not a wizard, Harry. The end.
I realise you think you must be the chosen one, but it's actually Neville. Sorry.
Okay.
We don't think that Mr. Potter will ever come out of his coma, but from the brain scans, he appears to be having some sort of elaborate fantasy about wizards. But we are going to take out his feeding tubes.
It's a little bit bleak. So we go from the bleak to, oh god, Watership Down. Yeah.
I thought rabbits were nice. I really did.
Farmer Jones, I've made you a lovely casserole for your dinner.
Oh, we got there and it was all fine.
Alternative endings to Fight Club.
Maybe I should go see a therapist.
Rule number 344, section B. No, really don't talk about Fight Club. Don't mention it. We've made it pretty clear.
Should we at any point mention to the guy that we've been talking to for the last 4 weeks that he's largely talking to himself in most of these scenes, because he's just standing there talking to an empty space. I forget it. Oh, look, Meatloaf.
Sir, you keep mentioning that you might shoot someone out of your head. That's why I'm prescribing you some lithium now for the psychotic episodes.
Is this good or bad advertising for IKEA? I really can't tell.
Okay. Sam Radio Man has sent in the suggestion for alternative endings and deleted scenes from The Great Gatsby. Can we do that?
I've not read it.
We've not read it.
I don't know.
Oh, hold on.
Wait.
And so we float on, boats against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past, staring at that green light at the end of it. Oh wait, house is on fire! House is on fire! Oh god! Oh my god!
Now that is a great Gatsby. Well done. Well done.
I love you too. Let's get married.
Once again, Sam showing off our ignorance. I'm going to finish on my favourite book of all time, The Hungry Caterpillar. This is going to be fantastic.
And then a bird swooped down and ate him, and that's the circle of life, kids.
Oh, that's ruined it for me.
On Friday, the very hungry caterpillar ate 1 apple, 2 oranges, 3 plums, 4 strawberries, and 5 pounds of cocaine.
We do not condone the caterpillar's actions in this deleted scene. It was deleted for a reason. Why Dan has that deleted scene?
I got the director's cut.
Hungry caterpillar after dark.
And the hungry caterpillar ate so much he had to have a gastric band fitted.
Mr. Caterpillar, have you ever considered Slim Fast?
And on the Saturday, the hungry caterpillar tried to eat his self-hate of his body.
And the hungry caterpillar turned into a morbidly obese butterfly.
And could no longer fly. Cool. Right, we're going to have another musical break. After the break, we will be having the world's worst young adults book, so look forward to that. Off we go.